Hey there, Alex here. This is the OnePlus 6T, the replacement for the OnePlus 6 which I reviewed just 5 months ago. On the outside, it might look very similar to the OnePlus 6 with its metal and glass design, but there are subtle differences around the phone, so let's take a closer look. The first thing you'll notice is of course this gorgeous new display. It now has a much sleeker looking notch and slightly thinner chin. It's a minor upgrade, but I really like the way it looks. The resolution is still Full HD+, but the colors looks really nice and outdoor visibility is decent. Technically, it might not be as impressive looking as other top tier devices, but I think it looks more than good enough. I really wished that OnePlus could find a way to implement dual speakers to further improve the multimedia experience, but anyway, the bottom speaker sounds decent enough and gets pretty loud. The phone also has another trick up its sleeve, and that's the optical fingerprint sensor hidden underneath the screen. This is why you don't see a fingerprint sensor on the back of the phone. Unlike the capacitive sensors that we're used to, an optical fingerprint sensor uses the light from the display and a tiny camera underneath the screen to scan your fingerprint. While this is all very interesting, the main thing to note is that it's not as fast as the capacitive sensors we're used to. And because the screen has to be bright enough for the camera to read your fingerprint, it can be a little annoying when using it in the dark. But I do prefer having the fingerprint sensor at the front of the phone, and it's still reliable enough once I got used to how it works. So overall, I would still consider this a minor upgrade. Anyway, I find myself using Face Unlock most of the time because it's just more convenient, and I only use the fingerprint sensor when I absolutely need to. It's a minor difference, but the OnePlus 6T is a little heavier, a little thicker, and a little taller. If you pay close attention, you'll find that the phone is missing a headphone jack as well. The main reason for these changes is probably to accommodate that fingerprint sensor as well as a much larger 3700 mAh battery. This is probably an unpopular opinion, but I would rather have a bigger battery than a headphone jack. Anyway, OnePlus did include a dongle, or you could always buy a higher quality third-party option. I'm more of a casual listener, so I'm plenty happy with my wireless earbuds. In terms of specs, we are getting mostly the same hardware as the OnePlus 6. Same processor, same camera hardware, and the same generous amount of RAM and storage. It's still the fastest Android phone I've used to date, just with better battery life this time round. Most of the time, I'm ending the day with around 35% battery with my regular usage, which is really good. Dash charging is still extremely quick, and the battery life is so good that I don't even care that there isn't wireless charging. We're also getting pretty much the same software experience as the OnePlus 6. Oxygen OS is still one of my favorite Android experiences, right alongside Google's own software on their Pixel devices. I've grown very fond of just how fast the software feels, how customizable it is, and the amount of smart features it comes with. I like the way the gesture navigation works, how I can lock apps with sensitive information, and a whole bunch of other smaller useful features. It's just a really well thought out and well designed software experience. It's so good that I don't even mind the slower updates compared to Google's own Pixel devices. The camera experience is more or less the same as the OnePlus 6. It is still remarkably good at picking the right exposure, doing a good job with white balance, and producing pleasing looking shots consistently. In this aspect, I actually prefer it over phones that sometimes go over the top with their AI scene detection image processing. There is a new night mode for better low light shots, but at this point, I think it needs more work. While it is able to brighten up the scene, it's also noticeably less sharp and less detailed. It is also quite situational and sometimes can make the shot look even worse. I think that this is something that they could improve with software updates for sure, but for now, I wouldn't get too excited about it. I have more camera samples from the OnePlus 6T in the link below. You can check it out if you want to. But basically, it is a good enough camera experience, just not quite as good as other top tier devices. What we're getting with the OnePlus 6T is mostly the same with the OnePlus 6, just with a few minor improvements, which is what you would expect from an incremental update just months after its predecessor. It's not meant to rock the boat and upset existing OnePlus 6 users. It's just a slightly better and newer option for anyone looking to buy a new phone today. The starting price is a little higher, but we are getting double the storage for the base model, as well as other minor improvements that I've mentioned. So just like the OnePlus 6, the 6T is an excellent choice for anyone not looking to spend too much money, but still want a great smartphone experience. The OnePlus 6T might not have the bells and whistles that we find on other flagship devices, but it absolutely nails the core smartphone experience. The performance is top-notch, Oxygen OS is a joy to use, and it does everything else well enough. It has its own shortcomings, but those are worthy trade-offs when you consider its lower price tag, especially when other flagship phones are getting increasingly more expensive. If you're in Singapore, I would advise waiting for promotions and discounts before getting the phone, just because of how the market here is. But apart from that, this is a phone that I have no problem recommending to most folks out there. Thanks for watching my review of the OnePlus 6T. If you have enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content in the future. Thanks again, and see you guys on the next one.